So, Mr. Regal, I know we talked before about Joe's jaw being dislocated in Brooklyn, but talking to Joe, I discovered some other injuries that he didn't disclose at the time in Brooklyn. And with the jaw and with these other injuries, I'm not comfortable clearing him for any physicality anytime for tonight and anytime soon that I can see.
Thank you very much, Brian.
You're welcome.
Very different stories tonight in the wake of Brooklyn's NXT title clash. A wounded former champion in Samoa Joe, but tonight we celebrate our new champion. The King of Strong Style has his prize. Shinsuke Nakamura is here tonight. We are back home at Full Sail University. Tom Phillips with Monday Night Raw's Corey Graves. What a time we had in Brooklyn.
It's been less than 2 weeks, but the aftershocks from Brooklyn are still being felt throughout NXT. Tonight's going to be a big night, Full Sail.
Last week we had so much great action from Brooklyn. We mentioned the new NXT champion here tonight, but also Brooklyn was perfect.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Niagara Falls, Canada, weighing 225 pounds, he is the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger.
Tom, I'm assuming when you just mentioned perfect, you were referring to Ty Dillinger.
Sharp as a whip you are, Graves. Last week in Brooklyn, the place where the Perfect 10 really gained traction here in NXT was reborn. Ty Dillinger, he's had a rough summer. He's admitted as much, but he got back on the horse this past week on NXT, knocking off a former NXT Tag Team Champion in Wesley Blake.
And his opponent from Melbourne, Australia, weighing 227 pounds, Buddy Murphy.
Tom, you talked about Ty Dillinger not having the best luck in recent months prior to Brooklyn. Buddy Murphy, this is a guy who has redefined bad luck. He has rewritten Murphy's Law. I think maybe tonight he turns it all around.
It's always been a one-upsmanship battle ever since Blake and Murphy, well, broke up and got back together again, and they've broken up and they got back together again. But basically, Buddy Murphy is always out to prove he is better than his former tag team partner.
Well, Buddy Murphy needs to start by focusing on his opponent in the ring. Let his actions do the talking inside the ropes, and then he can brag and gloat all he wants outside.
The NXT universe here at Full Sail University giving Buddy Murphy a 1 out of 10.
How clever they are.
Here we go, Dillinger one-on-one here with Murphy. And we talked about it throughout the summer. Ty Dillinger had a rough outing at NXT TakeOver back in June against the debuting Andrade Cien Almas, an upset loss in the matchup against Oney Lorcan. And then Ty Dillinger, he seemed to get on track lately. What do you credit it to?
Listening to the crowd right there, the crowd definitely has something to do with it, but sometimes you need to get your head right. Ty Dillinger knew things weren't going his way. He did a smart thing. He took a few weeks away from the ring, kept training, refocused, and now he's back, and he came out of the gate strong in Brooklyn.
Now Buddy Murphy in control here early on here in this matchup. I know for a fact Buddy Murphy, a man who took over a year ago, part of that tag team championship match in Brooklyn with the Vaudevillains. Exceptionally sore he wasn't a part of Brooklyn this year.
Well, Buddy Murphy locked himself out of his house, lost his keys. This is good. This is what Buddy Murphy needs to do. Get inside the mind of the Perfect 10. It works both ways. Buddy Murphy was actually supposed to be in Brooklyn. He got locked out of his house, couldn't find his car keys, and then missed his flight.
Sounds about par for the course for Buddy Murphy. Where do you get this information, though?
I'm a journalist, Tom. I do my job. I have sources.
It sounds like you're hacked into his private security.
People talk to me, Tom.
Ty Dillinger. Oh! And we talked about it. Got one win last week, but Graves, you've been in the ring multiple times. You have wins, you have losses.
few
It's a matter of
times.
chaining them together. Dillinger in control here early on here against Buddy Murphy. And Dillinger, we talked about it for so long, could be a main event player here in NXT. What is it going to take for him to get to that next level?
Momentum. The ability to establish momentum and then maintain it.
Now Ty, oh, caught him with the inverted atomic drop.
Look at this, Tom. I can tell you're all excited. You're as excited as the fans here at Full Sail for the world's worst cartwheel.
What? It's a perfect 10.
There was nothing perfect about that, Philip. That would get you disqualified from any sort of gymnastics competition.
What do you know about
That looked like a
gymnastics?
circus panda.
Oh my God. Oh, and a sharp elbow there by Buddy Murphy. Oh, taken down by Ty Dillinger. There's definitely been a new focus in the eyes here of Ty Dillinger. He understands, oh, the wealth of opportunities available here in NXT after Brooklyn.
Smart move by Buddy Murphy.
Oh, caught out here on the apron. And, oh, and Buddy Murphy slamming Ty Dillinger to the mat.
Oh, wow, what a forearm. Right to the side of Dillinger's jaw.
Now Murphy into the cover, hook to the leg here, and a kick out at one by Dillinger.
When Murphy is focused, there are few more dangerous than he is. However, you got to look at the past. Buddy Murphy, former NXT Tag Team Champion. The guy can get it done when he gets his head straight.
They held the titles for nearly 8 months with Wesley Blake at one point, but he seemed so hell-bent on this vendetta, getting back at Wesley Blake, just never seems to get on track. Oh. Now Dillinger once again has a little bit of space here, and oh, it's sent over the top rope by Murphy. And Murphy looks like he's content to take a count-out victory here potentially in this match. Dillinger trying to gather himself.
If Dillinger gets himself counted out, Murphy gets paid the same, so why not?
Oh. Now sending Dillinger back into the ring. Buddy Murphy wants to do it the old-fashioned way. Now back into the ring. Up on the top turnbuckle here.
Oh, man, what impact.
Double knees to the face. Here's a cover on Dillinger, and Ty kicked out at 2. What a move there by Buddy Murphy, but Dillinger is hanging around.
What does it take to be a WWE superstar? Find out on Monday, November 14th with this exclusive look. It's the opportunity of a lifetime as the WWE Performance Center opens its doors to you. Tour the facility and get to know your favorite NXT superstars. Call a match, create your own promo, help produce a private NXT live event, and much more. WWE Performance Center All Access. Tickets available now. Go to WWE.com for more information.
We are back here on NXT inside Full Sail University, back home here for NXT, but it doesn't feel like home for Ty Dillinger right now because Buddy Murphy's been dominating. It's been a fantastic week for the NXT universe, the WWE universe in Brooklyn. Now forearm in the face here and a kick out by Dillinger. Every superstar understands the opportunity. Been a lot of free agent signings, a lot of draft picks that have changed the landscape here in NXT, and superstars like Buddy Murphy trying to take advantage.
Every superstar on the roster knows that they could be the next in line for a massive career-changing opportunity, and it all begins here at NXT.
Ty Dillinger is someone who's been trying to chain together victories here. Got a win last week in Brooklyn, and look at Murphy hanging on here on the side of the ring.
Great agility by Murphy.
Once again, oh, just got caught in the gut. Oh, down goes Buddy Murphy, and Ty Dillinger with some fire here in this match. Now Murphy out of the corner gets flattened. Oh. Dillinger's got a sense of urgency about him here tonight. Understands how good this victory would look on his resume.
Dillinger could be looking to finish the job.
Exposing the knee, thinking about the tiebreaker perhaps. Buddy Murphy, turned inside out. Now Dillinger's got his chance. Looking for his window here. There's the tiebreaker. Knee to the back of the neck. And the perfect 10 is on a roll.
Here is your winner, Ty Dillinger.
Graves, there's a newfound focus for sure in the eyes of Ty Dillinger. This one was very important to him tonight.
It certainly appears that Dillinger's found whatever it was he was lacking for these last few months. Can he continue the momentum? We will see. Take a look at what Dillinger withstood. Bang! Double knees from the top rope by Buddy Murphy. I thought this was it right here.
Yeah, Ty Dillinger sticking around here in this match. Buddy Murphy was pretty surprised, and then watch this down the stretch. Boom! Taking off Buddy Murphy's head nearly, and that would open the door for Ty Dillinger. Watch this. This is a thing of beauty. The tiebreaker, the back of Buddy Murphy's neck. An important win here for Ty Dillinger, starting to build the momentum.
Absolutely. If he can continue this, Dillinger could be in the conversation for future title opportunities to advance his career. Could have all begun in the match we just watched.
We are just getting started here tonight on NXT. The NXT champion Shinsuke Nakamura will be celebrating his title victory later on tonight. But another big matchup from Brooklyn was the NXT Tag Team Championship. We want to focus on Gargano and Ciampa here right now.
At NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, we saw an unbelievable tag team match between the Revival defending their NXT Tag Team Championships and Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Dash and Dawson took full advantage of an injured Gargano, forcing him to tap out to end the match.
Not only was this a tough loss for Gargano and Ciampa, but Johnny's still to compete only 4 days later in the Cruiserweight Classic, and as you can see here, the lingering injury had a devastating effect on Gargano's chances in advancing in the tournament.
We hope for a speedy recovery to Johnny Gargano, but for an update on his condition, our broadcast colleague Charlie Caruso is standing by with Tommaso Ciampa.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time, Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso, what is the latest on Johnny's leg injury?
Charlie, I don't think I need to tell you, and I know I don't need to tell the people sitting at home. Johnny Gargano is all heart. And his leg, it's going to be all right, but the fact of the matter is, in Brooklyn, New York...
Is that right, huh? Is that right?
What the hell is going on? Oh my God! Dash and Dawson are all over Ciampa here. It's a two-on-one assault here at ringside. The Revival are going after Ciampa here after taking out Johnny Gargano at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn.
Normally I'd be offended when somebody beats somebody up on our desktop, but this is the Revival. They're doing top guy things.
Revival looking to make an example out of Ciampa. Trying to take out Tommaso Ciampa once and for all. Enough is enough here, and the officials now trying to get into the ring here to break this thing up.
Everybody is a tough guy until they're faced with reality. We are reality. The Revival is reality. And Tommaso Ciampa was faced with reality. Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, they faced the top guys, the absolute top guys here in NXT, and it was a reality check.
What is wrong with Tommaso Ciampa?
Top guys out! You are facing reality!
Shatter Machine! Ciampa should have just stayed down. Unless you're talking about how great they are, you keep the Revival's name out of your mouth. Who's the boss now, Tom?
Try to breathe.
We're gonna get traded. Don't try.
Kota Ibushi with an amazing victory.
There may be something in the stars for thee, Brian Kendrick. Rich Swann has danced his way to the quarterfinals. It's about proving that you are the best cruiserweight on the planet. We welcome you to the quarterfinal round in the Cruiserweight Classic.
Let's take you back to just moments ago. The Revival jumped Tommaso Ciampa backstage, a brawl that spilled out here into the NXT arena. The action not only collided into our broadcast booth, but then made its way to the ring, where Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder continued their assault and served up the Shatter Machine to Tommaso Ciampa. The NXT Tag Team Champions continue to prove they are the top guys in the tag team division and made a statement at Tommaso's expense.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Rutherford, New Jersey, weighing 225 pounds, Steve Cutler.
Rays, here's a superstar that's been chomping at the bit for a big opportunity here on NXT. Steve Cutler, a man who's through 2 tours as a part of the United States Marine Corps in Afghanistan, is here on NXT to make a name for himself.
When you sit back long enough, you realize the only way to get attention is by putting a target on your back. I don't care if you like me, I don't care if you love me, and I for damn sure don't care if you hate me. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you will respect Steve Cutler.
And his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 232 pounds, Kenneth Crawford.
Kenneth Crawford, a superstar we've seen before here on NXT.
Yeah, I like Kenneth Crawford. I think there's a lot of upside to this guy. Someday he's going to be a big, big star. He may be the only guy in the company that dresses better than I do backstage. Listen, I'll be honest when it's there. Yeah, this guy is very well dressed. He's an incredible athlete. I think the sky's the limit.
A lot of the officials at the WWE Performance Center speaking very highly of Kenneth Crawford. Brings incredible athletic ability into the ring here, but seems to be sizing up Steve Cutler here in this match. So here we go, Cutler one-on-one here with Crawford, and I do know for a fact Cutler's been extremely outspoken on social media about getting his opportunity before a lot of other superstars we've seen here on NXT. And you know what it's like to be a part of NXT. It's not always fair sometimes.
Yeah, but you know, the obvious way to solve any issue in society nowadays is to tweet about it, Tom. For that very reason, I hope Kenneth Crawford wins, takes the opportunity, and takes off with a new career.
Steve Cutler, a superstar with a very nasty attitude, brings that to the ring. But Kenneth Crawford, every superstar that we mentioned, is trying to stand out here on NXT after Brooklyn. Brand new opportunities. We have a new NXT champion celebrating later on here tonight. Oh, Crawford!
I don't think Crawford landed quite like he wanted, but that was impressive nonetheless.
And takes Cutler down off the rebound.
We spoke to the incredible athletic ability of Kenneth Crawford. There it was on full display.
Oh, and a straight forearm there by Steve Cutler. There's nothing pretty about this guy.
Absolutely not. From his disgusting mutton chops to that right hand, nothing pretty at all.
A big forearm there in the corner of Crawford. And one thing about Steve Cutler is he's battle hardened. You spend that kind of time in the United States military, you come out a different man. Oh, and ripped into the corner by Crawford. Or sends Crawford, oh my God. Cutler looks like he's enjoying this. Now into the cover and a kick out by Crawford.
Gotta appreciate this mean streak coming out of Cutler. We've seen him before, but I don't know if I've seen him quite this aggressive.
Using the second rope right into the throat of Kenneth, and there's a straight right. Now Cutler back into the ring looking for a cover here. Hook to the leg and out at one is Kenneth Crawford.
And you can see how WWE superstars are made at the WWE Performance Center All Access, November 14th in Orlando, Florida. Tickets are available now. Visit NXTtickets.com for more information.
So far, Steve Cutler's been able to control this matchup. Still so much more to come here on NXT. NXT Women's Division action, not to mention No Way Jose back here on NXT.
Did you bring your dancing shoes, Tom?
No, I think I retired that. Crawford, oh, trying to find an opening. It takes down Steve Cutler. Now Crawford starting to feel it here against Cutler. There's a drop kick. Wow! Here's the cover on Cutler, and Cutler kicked out.
Kenneth Crawford making that running, shooting star look almost effortless.
Cutler's in a lot of trouble. Oh, and there's a stomp out of the corner from out of nowhere.
And Cutler just stomped on Crawford's soul.
Oh, and look at Cutler planning Kenneth Crawford. Cover here, and Steve Cutler's got to win.
Here is your winner, Steve Cutler.
Every last superstar that steps in that ring, they want to make a name for themselves. They want the NXT Universe to know who they are. And Steve Cutler coming out here and doing his best to make sure it resonated. Give Kenneth Crawford a lot of credit here in this matchup. Found some very innovative offense. Boom! Right there across the jaw of Steve Cutler.
Yeah, I think Crawford had Cutler on the ropes, so to speak. Watch, bang! Beautiful standing shooting star press. Not quite enough.
Not too many superstars who can pull that off, but this, down the stretch here in this matchup, Fisherman Michinoku driver from Steve Cutler to take out Kenneth Crawford. Steve Cutler letting the NXT Universe know that he has arrived.
Hideo, can you tell us about your actions against Austin Aries at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn?
I kicked him in the head with my sockless loafers. That was a huge moment for me. But he disappointed me. A ruptured eardrums? So what? I thought he's a real man. But it looks like he's just a little baby. If he doesn't want to feel pain, get out of my ring. Or I will make him go to sleep again.
So here we go, Zayn versus Nakamura, and right out of the gate, there's that charisma.
He's so unique, his in-ring style, not to mention he might be the most dangerous striker in the game. As I can tell you, Sami Zayn's not focused on anything in the world right now other than Shinsuke Nakamura. Sami's out there to compete with one of the best in the world. Oh my God! To the back of the head! That's gotta be it! Sami Zayn's in a bad, bad place.
Here he comes.
Kinshasa!
This match had all the hype, had all the anticipation, all the star power in the world. It delivered.
It was perhaps one of the greatest debuts of all time here in NXT, and what a run it's been for the King of Strong Style, who captured the NXT Championship at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Shinsuke Nakamura will be here to celebrate his title win later tonight on NXT.
We are TM61. We are here. We are ready. We are ready to capture the NXT Tag Team Championship.
Nick Miller, Shane Thorne.
What incredible agility by Thorne.
It's one of the hottest tag teams on the planet.
These guys have had success from Australia to Japan.
The NXT Universe is feeling TM61.
We are the mighty, and the mighty don't kneel.
TM61 will be in action next week, but it is now time to get the Fiesta started right here on NXT.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, weighing 245 pounds, No Way Jose!
No Way Jose celebrating here with the NXT Universe, having a lot of fun. We did see his matchup against Austin Aries at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, and we learned something about Jose. This man can bring a big-time fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Even in defeat, No Way Jose was impressive through everything he had at Austin Aries. Unfortunately, Brooklyn wasn't Jose's night, but I think the future is very bright for this man.
There's been a lot of people who have knocked Jose, saying that he's all about dancing and positivity, doesn't take things seriously, but honestly, what we saw in Brooklyn was a man who takes things very seriously. He was ready to throw down against Austin Aries.
Y'all are now about to witness the curse of greatness.
and his opponent from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing 260 pounds, Angelo Dawkins.
There's your guy, Phillips. Your favorite
My
superstar
guy?
on the roster. That's right. You rant and rave all the time about Angelo Dawkins and how fantastic he is. Now Dawkins has an opportunity to prove you right.
I think you're listening to the wrong person. As very talented as Angelo Dawkins is, this guy brings an ego just as big.
You know, I did a little investigative research, as I have a tendency
You
to
never do that, but go ahead.
Yeah, I found out where Dawkins Island is.
Where is it?
It's not actually a real place. It's like when you buy a star and they put your name on it. It's completely online. It's a scheme, I'm pretty sure.
Angelo Dawkins considers himself one of the elite talents here as a part of NXT. No way, Jose. Ready for this kind of fight, ready for this kind of matchup.
In all seriousness, Angelo Dawkins has all the tools to have a long, illustrious career. He just can't seem to get the momentum needed to kick it off.
Angelo's trying to get a feel here of No Way Jose. That's one thing we saw in Brooklyn is that once the bell rings, No Way Jose, he's all business, but he tries to get your head a little bit. How do you combat that? How do you combat this, seriously?
I've never been in the ring with No Way Jose, so I don't have an answer for you.
Never been in the ring with a superstar who was a little bit charismatic, flamboyant. You've been in the ring with Xavier Woods.
I absolutely have. I've never been in the ring with a man who salsa dances while he punches me in the face. It's a whole different ballgame, Tom.
Xavier doesn't do that kind of dancing. Beside the point.
And there he goes, stirring it up. We're not sure what exactly is being stirred up. Perhaps cake batter or...
Hops over there and No Way Jose off the ropes.
I'm getting dizzy just watching this.
And just caught Angelo Dawkins there. Oh, and grabbing the hair is Dawkins. Oh, and there goes the curse of greatness.
You see the distance on that arm drag by Jose.
Oh, now Angelo going after the back here of No Way Jose. And how do you rebound after that kind of matchup that Jose had in Brooklyn?
Jose needs to realize that in the past few months, he's been reasonably successful. He's been very successful. Aside from that one night, you shake it off, you get back on the horse, and you keep riding.
Meanwhile, Angelo Dawkins, a superstar who's obviously all about branding. I understand he's trying to follow in James Harden's shoes, no pun intended, and put out his own type of shoe. So we could see the Air Angelo very soon.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be a big seller, Tom.
Out to the midsection. Now No Way Jose. Oh, right to the shoulder there. Got a little separation here from Angelo Dawkins. Big 245-pounder and No Way Jose. Shots to the gut.
Wow. Elbow right on the ear.
Now No Way Jose starting to feel it here in this match. Oh, and down goes Dawkins.
Oh, here comes the wind-up. Bang! Right on the chin.
Jose is vibing, he's feeling here. Oh, it's a full Nelson slam. Cover here on Angelo Dawkins, and No Way Jose rebounds in an important way.
Here is your winner, No Way Jose!
Well, No Way Jose proving that he can come right back after a matchup in Brooklyn and deliver. Watch this. You said it here. As the windup and boom, right across the jaw of Angelo Dawkins.
No Way Jose gets it done. He changes that gear in his brain. He flips that switch, and he is a very, very dangerous man to be taken very seriously on the NXT roster.
And now that No Way Jose is victorious, it's time to celebrate. It's time for the Fiesta, Grace. Come on, get on your feet like the rest of the NXT universe. What? He's going into the NXT universe.
Why don't you go ahead and join him?
Oh, I'm very busy here.
Stay on that side of the guardrail with the lazy Floridians who can't even get out of their seats.
It is a full-fledged party here at Full Sail University. No Way Jose gets the win here tonight.
Andrade, how do you plan to rebound after getting your very first defeat in NXT?
I'm not happy. Why?
Yeah, I'm not very happy either. You know why? Because I'm not getting respect in this place. But, you know, I can't figure out why that is because everything about me, from the way I dress to how I carry myself to how I perform in the ring, it says star. But every time I show my greatness, somebody else wants to take the spotlight. Like a takeover, right? I beat No Way Jose, but yet everyone's talking about sockless loafer boy Hideo Itami and what he did to me. At least I think that's what they're talking about because I can't hear in this ear because he ruptured the eardrum. So, you know what? I figure I'm going to steal your spotlight because you lost. You didn't even win a takeover.
Tranquilo. Yo no soy José Noé. Yo soy Andrade Cien Almas. Y no sabes con quién te enfrentas. Soy lo de hoy. Es mi momento.
Oh, I didn't get my Rosetta Stone, so maybe you want to talk to me in English? In Inglés?
Listen to me. I want you in the ring next week.
Sorry, that was in the bad ear. I couldn't hear what you said there. Sorry, bad ear.
Understand?
I apologize.
Come
Didn't hear that.
on.
It is a matchup that is worthy of headlining a takeover. Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
We've been talking about a big fight feel. Every movement, every offensive maneuver from Balor and Nakamura, the crowd is completely invested in it. Any move can end this match. Nakamura is in perfect position for Finn to deliver the final blow.
Coup de grace missed.
Nakamura from the second rope delivered the knee. Here it comes. Kinshasa!
Shinsuke Nakamura has defeated Finn Balor. The King of Strong Style took on the icon of NXT, Finn Balor, in a match that we will never forget. And now, Shinsuke Nakamura returns from Brooklyn to Full Sail University to celebrate as the new NXT champion tonight.
For the first time ever, the hottest brand in sports entertainment is heading to Australia and New Zealand.
This is NXT!
Don't miss your chance to be part of the worldwide phenomenon when NXT heads your way this December.
Can you feel it? Can you feel this moment?
All the heart-pounding excitement, all the jaw-dropping action, and all of your favorite NXT superstars. At NXT Live, anything can happen. It's NXT Live in New Zealand and Australia on the following dates. For more information, log on to WWE.com.
Welcome back here to NXT. We are on the campus of Full Sail University. More action here tonight from the hottest brand in sports entertainment.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan.
Grace, this is an exciting time here at NXT because we've talked so much recently about the women's evolution. That gave birth here in NXT. We saw great superstars like Bayley, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks going to tremendous things, and superstars now like Liv Morgan are trying to follow in those footsteps.
You're about to get yet another glimpse into the future of the women's division here in NXT. Let's start out with Liv Morgan. Despite the fact she's from New Jersey, she's incredibly talented. She might be the only talented person from New Jersey.
Enzo Amore is on the main roster.
Exactly.
And her opponent from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Aaliyah.
Aaliyah, a superstar we've seen here multiple times now on NXT, and is trying to find a foothold, trying to get it what it is that makes her click here in NXT in this women's division. It's been so competitive over the last few months. We talked about our NXT Women's Champion, Asuka. Many people believe that Asuka's cleared out the division, but this is the interesting point here in NXT. New talents like Liv Morgan and Aaliyah have an opportunity to shine after all the recent draft picks and free agent signings.
Opportunity is the key word here, but they need to impress both Liv and Aaliyah. They need to make the best of this opportunity. You're not guaranteed anything, especially when you've got someone as dominant as Asuka sitting on the top of the mountain.
Graves, dare I say, you're a Jersey chant here at Full Sail University.
Listen, we're in Florida. A lot of weird things go on in Florida, including them chanting for a state they don't reside in.
Cover here and a kick out by Liv Morgan, staying Jersey strong here in this match. Aaliyah going right after Liv Morgan. I mean, if you got nothing to lose, you might as well go for it. Liv Morgan whipped into the corner here. Whoa, catching Aaliyah. Oh, and there goes Aaliyah. Liv Morgan, with a drop toe hold there, in control right now. Now looking for a cover on Aaliyah. Shoulders down, popped out at nearly 2.
A right hand by Aaliyah brings Liv Morgan's momentum to a sudden halt.
We talked about the NXT Women's Championship, an incredible battle we saw between Bayley and Asuka at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Oh. Superstars like Liv Morgan and Aaliyah hoping to have their own moment in Brooklyn one day, and right now it's all Aaliyah right to the throat there. All of Liv Morgan using the second rope. Now Aaliyah rolls into the ring. Here's the cover. Feet underneath the bottom ropes here. The referee breaks up the pinfall attack.
Good call by the referee.
Cover and a kick out.
Gotta give credit to Liv. Still swinging, still scratching and clawing. Oh.
Oh, and look
at
Aaliyah.
This is a fantastic submission maneuver here. Almost a Kimura with a head scissor. I don't even know what to call it. I've never seen it before.
Whatever it is, Liv Morgan is all caught up here, middle of the ring, now trying to power out, trying to get the left leg out of it. Oh, look at Aaliyah. Liv Morgan's got absolutely nowhere to go, basically folded in half here in the middle of the ring. The official trying to check on Liv Morgan here, trying to figure out whether or not she's going to tap out perhaps or pass out. Now has an opening, and Aaliyah closes the door. Now the cover and a kick out by Morgan. Oh, and there's a drop kick by Liv Morgan. Now Morgan trying to find her own opening here in this match. Oh, it takes down Aaliyah. Liv Morgan, caught her with a bulldog. Liv Morgan's found some energy here in this match. Aaliyah's in the wrong side of town right now.
Unfortunately, when it comes to New Jersey, every side is the wrong side of town.
Cover here on Aaliyah, and Liv Morgan's got the win.
Here is your winner, Liv Morgan.
It is a new time here for NXT, a lot of new faces. You're getting a first-hand look here at the bright future of the NXT Women's Division. Liv Morgan knocking off Aaliyah here tonight on NXT.
No way. What are your thoughts about your victory against Angelo Dawkins?
Well, Dasha, at NXT TakeOver, my momentum here skipped a beat. Life tried to tell me no, and to that I say, no way! So tonight, I showed the NXT universe that not only do I have the hair, but also the heart of a lion. And I started a brand new conga line, so hop on board because that fiesta is only going straight to the top. Nice head.
Samoa Joe wants to prove to the NXT universe that he is superior to Nakamura.
Shinsuke Nakamura said since day one here in NXT, his goal is the NXT title. The question between these two, does Shinsuke Nakamura respect Samoa Joe? Does Samoa Joe consequentially respect Shinsuke Nakamura?
They can't stand each other, but they have the utmost respect for what each other are capable of. The champ might have a broken jaw. I mean, look at it.
Joe's in trouble here.
This is a huge moment for Nakamura. Could he be looking for it? Kinshasa!
Shinsuke has done it! Nakamura is champion!
In front of a sold-out Barclays Center, Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Samoa Joe to become the new NXT champion, and now the King of Strong Style will be here to celebrate with the NXT Universe next.
You are cordially invited to the most dangerous place on earth. Courtesy of the Nightmare of Suplex City. So be like The Undertaker, be like John Cena, like Seth Rollins, be like Goldberg. Find out what it's like to be victimized in Suplex City.
Product not yet rated.
It was one of the most anticipated rematches ever in NXT as Asuka retained the NXT Women's title against Bayley at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. And next week, I will sit down with the champion in an exclusive interview right here on NXT.
Please welcome the new NXT champion, Shinsuke Nakamura!
I accomplished everything I could. Dreamed of in Japan. And I wanted to find I wanted to face the best competition in the world. And there was only one place to go. NXT. So I wanted to challenge myself and see how good I was. So I faced the best in Sami Zayn. I faced the icon, Finn Balor. Everything led me to NXT TakeOver Brooklyn and Samoa Joe. My neck still hurts, legs hurts, fingers shaking. But through the pain, I became NXT champion. I had a lot of championships before, but now this championship means the most. I have a great respect for Samoa Joe, but Joe era is over. Now is the era of strong style. Yeah!
We are living in the era of strong style here on NXT. What a victory it was for Nakamura in Brooklyn.
Man who's held many championships around the globe, wanted the best competition in the world. It's right here in NXT, and Nakamura reigns supreme.
Congratulations to Shinsuke Nakamura, our new NXT champion. His era is just beginning.